Corbin, what gets wetter as it dries?
Your mother.
Thank you.
The biggest, the baddest, wackiest, funniest, filmiest show on earth.
Never
Hey, welcome back to our Stupid Reacts. I'm Corbin.
It's a towel.
You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, more juicy content. Thank you to everyone who's on Patreon. Follow us to the account, subscribe, and like button. Welcome back to, we got a kind of a sit-down panel interview.
Sit-down panel interview for you. Watch it with us, too.
Just dropped. Read this.
25 years on, Lagan's soundtrack still bangs. Like hope against all odds. Join A.R. Rahman, Amir Khan, Javed Akhtar, and Ashutosh Gawakar as they revisit the making of an album that became the beating heart of a cinematic classic.
So it's a panel, and they're talking about the movie and the music, obviously, because he's the writer of the...
Sure.
A.R. Rahman does music. Obviously, A.R. Rahman was in the movie. He was the writer of the movie, and I think one of them is the director of the movie, I believe. Yeah, yes. But a lot of people sent this. It was something that dropped a few days ago, I think. That's the series.
Too high. Thoda lower. Huh?
Before Lagan became a film, it became a sound. A heart-touching,
A.R. Rahman's our friend.
inspiring sound.
Our best friend, he would say.
He would say
His
that.
words.
I am Mayank Chang, and I welcome you to the first ever live edition of Spotify Behind the Beats. And today, we're celebrating 25 years of Lagan and its music.
Hello, everyone.
लगान सिर्फ एक कहानी
True
नहीं,
story, by the way, Lagan.
एक नामुमकिन सपना है, जिसके लिए जावेद अख्तर साहब ने ये भी कहा था कि भाई इसमें एक फ्लॉप फिल्म के सारे एलिमेंट्स हैं.
Nasha. Every time he said Nasha, I got addicted to it. Now we're telling Javed साहब कि इस ट्यून में आपको जो लिखना है लिखिए, नशा नहीं रहेगा. नशा चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए.
किसान बारिश हो नहीं रही है, किसान भूखे मर रहे हैं, उन पे 3 बरस का लगान चढ़ा हुआ है और प्रोड्यूसर और डायरेक्टर मुझसे कह रहे हैं लिखो नशा.
We needed A.R. Rahman for the film, and he kept everybody else at bay. He gave it the attention, and at the end of it, he said, "Good." So I called Amir and said, "Rahman ने तो good बोल दिया भाई. He's on."
मेघा छाए बरखा लाए गिर
सबसे पहले तो आप सबको बहुत बहुत बधाई. 25 साल किसी फिल्म के टू मेक समथिंग सो टाइमलेस. वुड यू हैव एवर थॉट कि यहाँ पर इतने सारे लगान के फैंस होंगे जो जब आप फिल्म बना रहे थे उस वक्त ये पैदा भी नहीं हुए थे?
Actually, I don't know how many of you all know that first I had rejected लगान. लोग मुझे देखते हैं बड़े मतलब डाउट से कि यार लगान कैसे आपने रिजेक्ट की. आपको भी देखते हैं शायद ऐसे ही.
ये मेरी तरफ देख के क्यों कह रहा है? मेरा क्या संबंध?
नहीं, बट जावेद साहब हुआ ये कि हम लोग मेरी बिल्डिंग में नीचे बैठे हुए थे और आशु मुझे कहानियाँ सुनाते रहता था. तो आशु ने मुझे एक दिन कहा कि यार मेरे पास एक आइडिया है. एक गाँव है सेंट्रल इंडिया में, वहाँ पे बारिश नहीं हो रही है बहुत सालों से, तो लगान नहीं दे पा रहा है. और वो लगान कैंसिल करने के लिए वो अंग्रेज़ों के साथ क्रिकेट गेम खेलते हैं. तो ऐसे बहुत बुरी कहानी है आशु, कुछ सेंसिबल बना. तेरी 2 फिल्में
Sounds like a true story to me.
3 महीने बाद मुझे आशु का फ़ोन आता है. उस आशु सेड कि यार आई हैव गॉट समथिंग टू नरेट टू यू, मैं कुछ सुनाना चाह रहा हूँ, मुझे 3-4 घंटे चाहिए. तो ऐसे रेडी स्क्रिप्ट? ही सर हाँ रेडी स्क्रिप्ट. 1 मिनट, ये वही तो नहीं है वो क्रिकेट लगान वो सब? तो इसने कुछ बोला नहीं. ऐसे यार तूने 3 महीने उस आइडिया पे वेस्ट किया. आई कांट बिलीव इट आशु यार. मैं नहीं सुन रहा हूँ, मुझे नहीं सुनना है. तो ही से नहीं सुन तो ले यार. जावेद साहब, I felt bad. I said, यार बेचारा 3 महीने इसने.
Anyway, at the moment I am feeling very good.
So I called him over. I said, चलो नरेट करो. I had no expectations because I was not expecting a good script at all. Starts with my, looking up, searching the empty skies for clouds. वहाँ से जो आशु ने नरेशन शुरू किया ना, एक एक कैरेक्टर जैसे जुड़ता गया, भूरा आया, गोली आया, एंड सडनली आई सॉ व्हाट वाज साउंडिंग वेरी preposterous and the way the movie was advancing, suddenly everything fell into place.
My only thing when I wrote the story and the story got done, Amir was in my mind for that. And along with that wish list of Amir, मेरे माइंड में ये ज़रूर था, इसके लिरिक्स जावेद अख्तर के होने चाहिए, म्यूज़िक AR रहमान को करना चाहिए.
अच्छा, बाहर स्टूडियो में 8-10 डायरेक्टर्स जो हिंदुस्तान के टॉप डायरेक्टर्स हैं, दे आर ऑल वेटिंग फॉर AR टू कम. AR वॉक्स इन, गोज इनटू द इनर रूम, ऑल 8 आर लाइक मेरे को बुलाएगा, किसको बुलाएगा?
That year especially, we needed AR Rahman for the film. And he kept everybody else at bay. He gave it the attention. And at the end of it, he said, good. I called Amir and said, Rahman ne to good bol diya bhai, he's on.
That one word was enough.
That one word was enough.
Rahman doesn't say much. Good is a very big thing, he has said.
Yes, that is the biggest compliment for sure. But glad that it happened. Javed sir?
जी. बहुत पहले जब मैंने पहली इनकी जो पिक्चर थी
He's a very
जो
reserved
तमिल में आई
guy.
थी, and I got mad that obviously I couldn't understand the lyrics, but I had not heard anything of that sort, any music of that sort, compositions of that sort. So I flew to Chennai and I met him there. He was perhaps 22, 23. What was your age? You were very young. We used to call him Bal Bhagwan. So giving music of Lagan was a very tricky thing. You see, it's a period film, so the music had to have that ambience, that smell, that fragrance of that time. But at the same time, the audience was not from that century. The audience of today. So it should have been palatable for this audience and should sound of that time. This is the master stroke. Only he could do that. All the tunes are, you can't say these are modern tunes. You cannot say these are not modern songs. How he has managed it with orchestration, with traditional instruments also, where he has made it modern, palatable for today's ears, only he can understand that.
हम सब तो जानते हैं कि लगान is a film of many colors. It's an emotional roller coaster, just like its music. So जो album है उसमें हम dive कर जाते हैं एक एक गाना करके. Let's begin with to get so many different unique voices together and create this masterpiece.
So I was doing like 12 movies that year.
Okay.
I was doing Padayappa, I was doing this, and I was doing so many movies
Across languages.
across languages.
Wow.
And then he was so accommodative. If I was doing Padayappa at another studio, he would hang out there. And between breaks, because we used to record with the whole orchestra for that particular movie, he would hang out there, and then I said, listen to this tune, listen to this tune, listen to. And he said, can we have this chant from this idea and this melody from here together? So, as your question was like, how can you put all these voices together and still sound like one song? So the chant, the that actually unifies the whole thing. When all this spread out and suddenly some unification of the stuff. So literally we constructed a song one by one, stage by stage.
I believe that if you can write a coherent song on Mr. Rahman's tune, then you can do anything in life. Because he is not regular. Most of the music directors of that time had one structure. One tune of the Mukhla, another tune of Antara. And once you get the groove, then fine. With Rahman Sahab, you never know कि next line कितनी लंबी होने वाली है या छोटी होने वाली है. यही जो आपने इतना सुना है, इसमें every line has different meter. Every line. क्या बरखा आए,
मेघा छाए,
बरखा लाए, गिर आए. अब ये बड़ा है, ये एक मात्रा ज़्यादा है, तो उसके साथ
I get bored.
हाँ?
I get bored.
अच्छा, ये अच्छा.
Which is where all the play
While
comes
making
from.
the tuning and wonderful.
Wow.
So what AR used to do, what Ashu told me, is that he used to go into his room, he used to light a candle.
Ah, okay.
And then he used to start playing on the keyboards and he used to put the recorder on. So whatever was coming out of him in the next 2-3 hours would get recorded. He would take the cassette out, give it to Ashu
Like vomit writing.
and say, "Ke, see if you like something in this. Then Ashu would hear those 2 to 3 hours, and then he would mark out and say, "Yaar, this portion I like, this portion I like," and he would give a feedback to AR that out of those 2-3 hours that I heard, I like these things in the middle here and there.
That's a
I've been
unique
part of music
process.
sessions
Wow.
for my father and
I've heard
uncle.
that in
Bapu
writing.
Lahiri used to come home. They used to actually sing the tune out.
Yeah.
They would not play for 2 hours and say, "Select anything you liked in it."
Yeah, I've heard of that being
So
a
it
process
was
for the
a
writer,
very
but
new
not
thing for me,
sharing it
and,
with someone else
when
who's
I
like
heard the first
producing
song,
it and saying,
I
pick
remember I
stuff
was
from this
blown.
2 to 3 hours of.
वो गाना ऐसे मोड़ पे आता है which is very important. फिल्म की शुरुआत है, लेकिन हमको पानी की अहमियत लोगों को समझानी है कि बारिश कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट है, इनके लिए कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट है बारिश. दिस सॉन्ग शुड ब्रिंग दैट आउट. घनन घनन गिरे गिरे आए बदरा, घने घन घोर गारे जाए बदरा. जस्ट सी द मूवमेंट ऑफ द सॉन्ग. जस्ट सी वेयर इट्स गोइंग. देयर इज एन एक्साइटमेंट इन इट कि यार बारिश आ रही है, बारिश आ रही है हमको. एंड आफ्टर द सॉन्ग गेट्स ओवर यू रियलाइज द क्लाउड्स हैव गॉन अवे. घनन घनन घन घन घनन. And it's not rained. So which song can bring this quality? Okay, they're desperate for rain, it comes, they get excited, and it doesn't rain. And I can think of no song except Ghanan Ghanan that can fit over there. And somehow he got that out only. I don't know how you all did it here.
सर ये एक बात मैं भी कहना चाहूँगा, जो मेरे प्रॉब्लम थे उसमें एक प्रॉब्लम ये भी था कि यार रेगुलर रोमांटिक गाने हीरो के हों, हीरो गा रहा है, ये सब हमने किया है, गाने लिखते हैं मोहब्बत के, इश्क के गाने. यहाँ पर पूरा गांव गा रहा है हर बार, हंगल साहब भी गा रहे हैं. मतलब सोचिए राइटर कितना इंस्पायर हो रहा होगा. मगर एक बात मैं आपको बताऊं, बहुत खूबसूरत बात है. आई थिंक दिस इज द फर्स्ट टाइम आई एम शेयरिंग विद अदर्स. वन डे आई आस्क्ड रहमान साहब that why do you light this candle? He said, Javed Saab, look at this studio. Everything is mechanical. There should be something which is not mechanical, which is bright.
It's very romantic of you, AR.
Wow.
That's why.
It's very
And
romantic
in
of
the
you.
opening refrain, which Rahman created, dara 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 dara. Now, how do you write that? And I still cannot forget Javed Saab narrating it to me in one go first. आप लिखिए मत, पेन बाजू में रखिए, पहले सुन लीजिए मैं क्या बोला. ऐसे रोके बोलिए. घनन घनन घिर घिर आए बदरा, घने घन घोर काने छाए बदरा, धमक धमक गुंज बदरा के डंके, चमक चमक देखो बिजुरी चमके, मन धड़काए बदरवा, मन धड़काए बदरवा, मन मन धड़काए बदरवा. I remember I just fell on my knees because it was such an outstanding rendition of that tune. That was my one great moment that I had. Second moment was that everybody's left for the shoot and everybody's in Bhuj. Now I have to take Ghanan and go back. And I've told Rahman कि रहमान गाना तो हो गया है, बहुत अच्छा है. इसकी शुरुआत में ना आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू पुट साउंड्स ऑफ थंडर. मुझे वो साउंड इफेक्ट्स नहीं चाहिए. बट स्टिल वी नीड द फीलिंग ऑफ बादल आते हैं. एंड माई फ्लाइट इज टुमारो मॉर्निंग. तो वी नीड टू डू समथिंग अबाउट इट. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि आई कैन गो टू भुज फॉर द शूट विदाउट दैट. एट 4 AM रहमान कॉल्ड मी. अच्छा, मिल नहीं रहा था कि क्या करें, कैसे करें. रहमान इज सेइंग या इट विल कम. ऑल दैट वाज हैपनिंग. इन द मॉर्निंग ही प्लेड मी. And let me tell you what he did first. This is my interpretation of what he did. Shankar had already sung Ghanana Ghanana. He had already sung that. What AR does is he takes Ghanan, that Shankar's word, he loops it multiple times, and then he gives it different volume. So it becomes Ghanana Ghanana Ghana Ghanana Ghanana. I thought which was brilliant, and I was like, this is sheer genius. Rahman as well as Javed Saab.
I think
This combination, every song has got a story in which they both were swashbuckling
Ashu,
with each other.
when you have a filmmaker like you, an inspiration like Amir, and a genius like Javed Saab, my role is just, floating on that. Because I know I never make decisive decisions like this is it, because you know the story better, and I'm from South India, right? So I need to assume, like, when you get inspired, his eyes light up, his eyes light up, and then I gauge, okay, these guys like this, okay, let me expand on it. So that is one of the reasons I'm never rigid in my life. Like, if I'm rigid, then I'm going to produce the same thing. So I derive the energy from the story and the enthusiasm, and the same way he makes all my screams into meaning, and then becomes like a that's the actual truth. But of course, I think we all get inspired by each other.
आप सब ने जो इस कंट्रोल के साथ, इस पैशन के साथ एक दूसरे से इंस्पायर होकर ये जो फिल्म बनाई, ये एल्बम बनाई, we've spoken so much about Ghanan Ghanan. When we look at the Spotify streaming list, can you take a wild guess as to what exactly is at the top out there from the Lagan soundtrack? What is your favorite? If you had to choose one as your favorite.
I would choose Mitwa.
Mitwa.
Mitwa is my favorite.
Okay.
Oh,
Ashutosh?
wait, different song.
उसे राधा कैसे न जले?
Okay. Rahman sir?
Yeah, Radha Kaise Na Chale.
Okay. Daud sahab?
ओ पालन हारे
Oh, Palanhare. Wow. I mean, that response itself says a lot. We will talk about that song. But at the top of the streaming list, Spotify, for the soundtrack of Lagan is Radha Kaise Na Jale. By quite a mile. So, yes. उसके बाद आता है ओ पालनहारे, मितवा, ओरे छोरी, घनन घनन, and चले चलो. Okay, moving on to the next song. राधा कैसे न जले, राधा कैसे न जले. Song, and Ashu sir, I want to ask you, there's this transition of this jealousy that Gauri is initially feeling at the beginning of the song, and then धीरे धीरे Elizabeth पे वो चली जाती है when she sees the chemistry between Gauri and Bhuvan.
Yeah, but let me tell you the genesis of this, because I really think that Amir is fantastic in romance. And while writing Lagan also, I always felt that the element of romance needs to be very strongly there. Because after all, I have Amir Khan. I mean, yes, Bhuvan, but Amir is very important to the film. So while I'm trying to make this different film, different kind, different genre and blah, 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 this needs to stay intact. Now, what best way that you can say this but through a song? I still remember when he played it for the first time for me, and remember when we reacted to just the drums. Dum, 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 dum. You know, that there's so much of naughtiness in it, and there's so much of nutcutness. And then when he comes up with this line of Radha Kaise Na Jale, it's unbelievable. For me, this is number one simply because you are going into mythology and you're creating a thought process what Radha must have felt about Krishna and what Krishna is trying to answer her with sweetness.
Every time Ashu got a song, and I think there was no song that you rejected. I mean, I was in Mumbai and, Ashu was in Chennai. So I have heard all the songs on the phone. So he would come to the hotel and then he would say, I've got one song. I would say, play. Then he would play it on the cassette player. And he would put the, mouthpiece next to it. And I would be hearing off a cassette player the tune playing. So that's how I've been introduced to each of the songs.
Wow.
Over the phone on a cassette player. And each time I would only
all you had back then.
It's mind-blowing. I had nothing
There's
else to say
one
to
song you didn't like.
Which
Remember?
one? Which one?
Ori Chori.
No, I like
No.
Ori Chori.
I'll tell you. Ori Chori was much slower.
Much?
Slower.
Slow.
Ori Chori. Da, da, da.
Ah.
And then he said,
Tempo badao.
Karan Johar's movie is coming. He's very good in romantic stuff. What have you done? You said? What have you done for a movie?
I don't remember this song.
No. Okay. So then I did some songs, and then he said, actually, no, just speed up the song. And that's when the workstation came with the time stretching. So I time stretched it and made it faster. Oh. That's all. Otherwise, you would have lost Ori Chori.
Otherwise, you would have lost Ori Chori.
But AR sir, on this one, you have also created, like the mischief is already there. It starts off with the drums, as Ashu sir said. There are also the way you have placed the vocal arrangements, the way you have used Asha ji in this song. There is so much mischief. There is these sounds that are mimicking the peacock calls, right? The mating call and all of that. It's really coming together of so many things.
I think we were constantly trying to do opposite of what was done before, but also respecting. If you like the last, that's very traditional of what Naushad Saab would have done. We kept that kind of idea. At the same time, having it, we probably could play in a garba, keep the garba beat, but not using garba instruments. Maybe taking a sample of a tom-tom and using it as an Indian instrument. So I think nowadays nobody people are very naive that time. Whatever I could do, they accepted. Now they come, why don't you use tabla? Why don't you use? They start asking me now. And he was very free. He was excited by every sound. And sometimes had the problem like, I would give him a rough track and he get used to it. And I put the real instruments, and I don't like that. I said, no, that's the real instruments, real flute. No, the sample you use is what I need. That emotion is what I need. I said, please, don't do this to me.
The scenes were written with such naughtiness between Gauri and Bhuvan that intrinsically has come somewhere into Javed Saab's writing. It's come somewhere into even the background score. You know, all that you've done. It's very unusual stuff that you've done in the background score as well.
ये एक कॉम्प्लीमेंट तरह तरह के मिले मुझे भी इस पिक्चर के गानों पे. A friend's married daughter called me and she said कि अंकल ये जो गाना आपने लिखा है ना, ये वैसे तो राधा कृष्ण पे है, लेकिन इसमें जो लाइन ऑफ आर्ग्यूमेंट है between the two, it is very modern. कि गोपियाँ आने जाने हैं, राधा तो मन की रानी है. तो ये एक्सप्लेनेशन जो है ये बड़ी कॉमन है.
ये अभी भी चली जा रही है. चलिए उस गाने की बात करते हैं जो इनिशियली स्लो होने के लिए पसंद नहीं आया था. हम तो समझ गए वो क्या है. दिलचस्प लव ट्रायंगल का गाना है. एक कोने में भुवन साहब हैं, द चॉकलेट बॉय, और बाकी दो में गौरी और एलिजाबेथ.
The Chocolate Boy. Such a weird.
बड़ी अजीब सी सिचुएशनशिप थी.
Such a weird.
On to our next song. Which one is it?
This is stale or not.
ओरी छोरी. पूरे मोरे मन में एक सवाल है. मोरे ही नहीं, वो एक्चुअली सभी फैंस के मन में सवाल है. एलिजाबेथ के पास कोई चांस था भी क्या? Was she just having some fantasies, or did she actually have a chance?
One-sided love.
बहुत दफा होता है पे मेरा कितना दफा हुआ है one-sided love. क्या कर रहे हैं?
By the way, फरहान एंड जोया ने अंग्रेजी में जो लिरिक्स हैं वो फरहान और जोया ने लिखे हैं. आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू ऑल नो दैट. हाँ,
ये देखिए पढ़े लिखे बच्चे हो तो फायदा होता है. मैं पागल नहीं हूँ जो मैंने उन्हें कॉन्वेंट भेजा.
There were the Indian elements of it, there were the Western elements of it, and both had to seamlessly flow together. Yeah, sir. What was that experience like?
Actually, this tune was not done for this movie. I'd usually, because I did Matuji Salam, the album, I was writing many tunes for that. And this is one of the tunes, right?
Oh.
So when he said tune, I said, here, listen to any of the like. He said, oh, this is perfect for the romantic stuff. His imagination, because he was so involved in it, so he could spot which tune for what. And of course, once Javsab writes, it becomes super hit, right? But the whole construct of the whole song and having the Western classical was fun. I really loved it.
अगला गाना अपने आप में ही एक पूरी टीम बिल्डिंग एक्सरसाइज है. हिम्मत होनी चाहिए, विश्वास होना चाहिए, अपनों का साथ होना चाहिए, और ये जब तीन मिलते हैं तो बनाते हैं एक मजबूत टीम. और ये बात हमें समझाता है
आजा रे सुन ले पुकार डगरिया रहे ना ये रस्ते. अभी तक मुखड़ा ही चल रहा है. रस्ते हो तू आजा रे, इस धरती का है राजा तू, ये बात मान ले तू, कठिनाई से टकरा जा तू, नहीं हार मान ले तू. What a lovely composition. Beautiful and unusual composition.
Allow me to add something to it. That makes him A.R. Rahman. A.R. Rahman, you see, I have no doubt. You see, familiarity जो है और जो अब रीच है वो ज़रा ग्लैमर को कम कर देती है. हम सोचते नहीं हैं अक्सर, कभी कभी सोचते भी ऐसी बात.
कभी
that he is a total genius. He's a genius. There's no discussion about it. अब वो क्योंकि हमारी दोस्ती भी है, मिलते भी रहते हैं, तो रहमान हो जाते हैं. But he is a genius. ये आदमी अलग है. He doesn't come from the tradition. He is an intruder. He has come from outside. हमारी हिंदी पिक्चर में it has always been believed that a mukhda should be small, antara can be bigger. Because why mukhda should be strong? Otherwise, who will be able to remember mukhda? he has broken this rule so many times, so very ruthlessly. I have written a song for him where the mukda is in 20 lines and the antara is in 3. He can do anything. He is not bound by any film song tradition. That makes him unique. And when we were doing this film, Lagan, that time his Hindi vocabulary had become much better. But it's still in single digit. It has not reached 10. But he has uncanny sense of the words. Mitwa was not in the original writing. When I gave him the song, this word Mitwa was not there. I said, तुमसे मैंने तो कुछ ऐसा लिखा था, मतलब वो जो टुकड़े हैं उनमें कुछ और words. He said, sir, here I need a recurring word. And I need a word which will become the hook of this song. Every time, whenever he has objected, अब तो इनको आ गई है ज़बान, that time also, he uncannily would be right कि यहाँ पर ये word नहीं होनी चाहिए. ये मितवा जो है was not in the original writing. It's because of him.
Right?
The reason for that is when you're saying such a long story, you need a grounding to hack on. If there are words again there, the song will fail. If you look at the beginning, it was composed after that. He said, there is a character like this. It was like a fakir. So what if we can have an intro? So that
Sant kahe.
Yes.
comes in. Yeah.
Har sant kahe.
And we have to not forget Sultan Khan Sahab. His solos in the whole album is fantastic. What he did.
हमारे पास जो गाना था ना उसमें there was this one hook mitwa and I kept telling Ashu, I said yaar Ganesh, he was a new choreographer at that time. I had done shows with him and I told Ashu yaar Ganesh को लेते हैं. And I'm so glad we did because वो जो hook step है ना वो वाला, that because we needed only one step in the whole song but it had to be a cracker of a step which he managed to get us, Ganesh.
ये सब जुड़ते जाते हैं उसमें. Just you and the kid initially और फिर धीरे धीरे सब आके जुड़ जाते हैं उसमें.
I'm so happy that now we are going to talk about Chale Chalo. For the first time this evening, better cards are with me.
Behind this, आप लोग कौन शुरू करना चाहेगा?
Do a scene.
Rahman has one incredible quality.
Good coffee.
Which is his music has got a lot of solitude. It's got a lot of melancholy. Now, when he makes the tunes, he actually makes the tune, he just gungunos it on it, and then he gives it to you, and then you have to select from there. But in that also, there is certain level of track and there's certain level of melancholy there. So, now this is the situation that, the situation was, they have now got together and now it's the final thrust before the match. So he gave me a tune. Now the tune was, Now that nasha, every time he said nasha, I got addicted to it. It's a nasha. Amir also got addicted to it. Now we are telling Javed साहब कि इस ट्यून में आपको जो लिखना है लिखिए, नशा नहीं रहेगा.
नशा चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए. हम लोग सब नशे में आ गए थे.
किसान बारिश हो नहीं रही है, किसान भूखे मर रहे हैं, उन पे 3 बरस का लगान चढ़ा हुआ है और प्रोड्यूसर और डायरेक्टर मुझसे कह रहे हैं लिखो नशा. भाई ये कैसे हो सकता है?
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
वो मेरा कहानी का उधार इधर पूरा उतर रहा है जो मैंने कहानी को क्रिटिसाइज किया था. मतलब दोनों इंसिस्टेंट नशा जावेद साहब इतना चलेगा और आप लिख लेंगे. अच्छा एक क्या होता है, बॉल आपके कोर्ट में डाल दे. अरे आई नो यू विल राइट इट, यू विल डू इट. आई कैन डू इट, सॉरी. चले चलो मैंने लिखा. अरे नहीं, वो देखिए नशा में क्या फ्लो था. मैंने थोड़े दिनों तक ये गाइए, इसमें भी फ्लो आ जाएगा. तो जब ये इस पे डॉक्यूमेंट्री एक बनी थी बहुत बड़ी इसी फिल्म पे, लगान पे, तो उसका नाम था चले चलो. मैं कहा इस डॉक्यूमेंट्री का नाम नशा नशा भी हो सकता है। तो अब जो है यहाँ मेरा उनका अकाउंट जो है क्लियर होता है कि ये दोनों मेरे पीछे पड़े हुए थे, और शायद मैं ही बेशर्मों में तो माना नहीं, लेकिन मेरा को और होता बेचारा थोड़ा न्यू कमर हो रहा तो मान ही जाता, भाई इतने एक्सपीरियंस लोग हैं कह रहे हैं तो नशा नशा लिख दो। तो आप ज़रा सोचिए गाना, अब नशा नशा करके गाइए ना इसे, थोड़ा देखिए कैसा लगता है।
जावेद साहब, मैं आज भी कहता हूँ आप लिख लेते जावेद साहब।
Had you applied yourself, you would have done it that also.
No, to close the magic of Rahman's voice, finally when he sung it, and he said, "Koi humse jeet na paave, chale chalo," the way, because I wanted him to sing it, and the way he said "chale chalo," soon Nasha Nasha went out, Chale Chalo stayed, and of course we all bowed down to Javed Saab once again कि you were right.
well, मुझे लगता है कि अगले गाने में तो और भी ज़्यादा हम कायल हो जाएंगे आपके जावेद साहब, क्योंकि ये एक ऐसा गाना है जो अपने आप में ही एक प्रार्थना बन गया है, जो देश भर के घरों में गूंजता है जब भी ज़िंदगी में दुविधा होती है, चुनौती होती है, तो हम इसे सुनते हैं और हमें लगता है कि सब ठीक हो जाएगा, सब उलझनों से छुटकारा पा लेंगे। The song is called लिख रहे थे जब ये गाना बना, लोगों ने सुना, आप कुछ बताना चाहेंगे इसके बारे में?
ज़रूर ज़रूर। I have written perhaps more than 1,000 songs, that's for sure. But sometimes when people ask me that, tell me which is the song you will mention that you found a challenge in writing, I always mention O Palanhare. You see, try to do one thing, remove all the words and listen to this tune on instruments. You play this tune to a skimo or a Maasai or anybody, any tribal, anybody from Manhattan, anybody from Moscow, wherever, and ask that person, man or woman, what do you think this tune is saying? Invariably, I can guarantee that the person will say, if she has a musical ear, that this is a tune of devotion. The tune is speaking, and the tune had frightened me because it was so pure and so real. It doesn't sound like man-made.
This entire soundtrack has been so wonderful, but it also had the collaboration with two of our yesteryear legends, Asha ji and Lata ji specifically in this song. Rahman sir, would you like to start about this collaboration that you've had with both of them for many films, but specifically for this one?
When a very cinematic movie like this comes, my intention was, how will I make this score timeless? Intentional, whether it becomes timeless or not. This has become luckily timeless, which is great. So, timeless means using timeless singers. We have a timeless poet there. And so I said, we need Lata ji and Asha ji, and Ashu said, yes, we should use them.
लता जी के बारे में कई बार ऐसा मौका हुआ कि मुझे लोगों ने कहा कि आप उनके बारे में बोलें, कुछ कहें, तो मैंने कहा वो मुमकिन नहीं है, पॉसिबल नहीं है। वजह क्या है कि आप अपने घरों को देखिए, आपके घरों में वही सामान होता है जो आए दिन काम आता है, या चलो महीने 2 महीने में काम आएगा। ऐसा तो आप सामान नहीं रखेंगे, हो सकता 50 बरस में शायद ये काम आए। भाषा भी ऐसी ही चीज़ है, लैंग्वेज भी ऐसी ही चीज़ है। वो क्वालिटी जिसे डिस्क्राइब शायद 100 साल में एक बार करना पड़े, उसके लिए वर्ड क्यों बनेंगे? तो लता मंगेशकर जैसे लोगों के लिए वर्ड ही नहीं बने हैं, इसलिए नहीं बने कि भाई कब यूज़ करोगे तुम। दैट इज वाई यू कांट डिस्क्राइब हर। देयर आर नो वर्ड्स। शी वॉज वन पर्सन हु प्रूव्ड वन वेरी वेरी ओल्ड conviction wrong, that perfection is a mirage. We can only pursue perfection. You can never reach it. Lata Mangeshkar has proved it wrong. आप perfection में पहुंच सकते हैं।
the most praises I got for this song was from Muslim people and Christian people. And I don't know why it surpassed the boundaries of religion.
The fact is that it has no religious word. Palanhara is not a religious word. It's not from any. Palanhara कोई भी बोल सकता है. From any religion of the world. Yeah, Nirgun. Now there was a hesitation or some apprehension about this word Nirgun. Nirgun means जिसमें कोई गुण नहीं. तो आप कैसे सुप्रीम बीइंग को निर्गुण कैसे कह रहे हैं? ये मेरा वर्ड नहीं है. ये कबीर का वर्ड है. Kabir has used Nirgun many times and he had a very good explanation. वो कहते हैं कि जब तुम गॉड का कोई क्वालिटी बता रहे हो तो उसे लिमिट कर रहे हो. क्वालिटी उसे लिमिट कर रही है, भले तारीफ में हो उसके गुण मत बताओ.
निर्गुण.
हाँ.
It's a good point.
हालांकि एक चीज है जिसमें बहुत ही गुण है और वो है ऑब्वियसली इस फिल्म का बैकग्राउंड स्कोर. And I'm sure we can all agree that the score really elevates an already fantastic screenplay 100-fold. So, एक बार थोड़ा सुन लेते हैं that background score which just got us glued to. Rahman sir, before we wind up this evening, I just want to ask you this. You've already said that it was a very deliberate choice that you wanted to make the music, the background score, very timeless.
I tried my best.
Yes, you tried your best. It has actually.
But we
stood the
had a
test of
limitation of certain instruments are not available in India. That time, like horns, which I've used, were all samples, and some of the pipe organ, all those things were samples. So I had to find a hybrid
They're all
way of
samples?
using real instruments and the samples together. Actually, one little incident I would say, I was scoring this one, even though, did you ask me for this or did I did it on my own? This theme? No, you asked for it. So you wanted a theme, so I wanted to make it very multi-dimensional rather than having, so this chance came in and the story of what happens, the turmoil. And then there's a contrary motion of strings which happens after this, which goes, one string goes up, one goes down. And the horn represents the British Empire. So they're very symbolic. So when I was doing this stuff, I was recording, I was mixing and adding the horns. I came out, he was sitting, Amir was sitting, and he was in tears. He said, "What have you done to my movie?" In a good way. So I think for the first time I could see a producer, birth of a producer who was so fascinated by the process.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Before we move forward, I know that, Rahman sir, you are in a bit of a hurry. You have to be at many places. So can we please give it up for Rahman sir for wonderful music, Lagan.
तो फिर इंटरवल बचा है डिस्कस करने के लिए.
जी.
Let's talk of the interval.
मैं एक्चुअली कोई सवाल नहीं करना चाहता. मैं बस चाहता हूँ कि अब क्योंकि हम जानते हैं हम यहाँ पर क्यों हैं, इस उत्सव पर, इस मौके पर, जो भी आप एक आखिरी बात कहना चाहें. आमिर?
Well, 25 साल हो रहे हैं लगान को, and last few weeks I've been thinking and of all the people who are no longer with us today, जो लगान में थे, जैसे जम्मू सुगन जी, who funded the film. Not once during the shooting, जावेद साहब, जम्मू सुगन ने एक दफ़ा भी मुझसे नहीं पूछा कि भाई क्यों डिले हो रही है फिल्म, या आपका बजट जो है वो 12 करोड़ का था, वो 25 करोड़ हो गया. He was making a film which turned out to be almost 4 hours. और जैसे आपने बताया, it was breaking all the rules of Indian cinema. But Jammu, as a person who was funding the film, was so strong. Ashu and me, I don't think he ever made us feel कि यार तुम लोग ने इतना खर्चा करा दिया, अब फिल्म भी चलनी चाहिए. He never gave us that pressure. He said, "You make what you want, and I am there."
What a producer.
So I really miss Jammu, at a time like this. I think his strong support
May all
really helped
producers
us
be that
to
way.
achieve
Make what you
we
want and
wanted
I'm
to.
there.
Lata ji is not there with us today. Asha ji we have lost recently. A number of the actors are not with us. Sridhar, Bhanu Attaiya ji, costumes, she's not with us. Sridhar, जिन्होंने film mix की थी. Final mix Sridhar ने की थी.
Shout out
He's
to the
not with
mixers.
us. So I miss the people who जिन्होंने मतलब हमारे साथ एक टीम ने मिलकर एक फिल्म बनाई थी, उसके कुछ लोग आज हमारे साथ नहीं हैं. I wish they were all here to celebrate the 25 years of Lagan and the work that we have done together. Yeah.
It takes a village, and you had much more than that. The memories will always remain. Ashu sir?
I mean, when I started out to make this film, I was making it with a very different kind of enthusiasm that here is a story that is the audience is going to love, and if it's made the right way, it will become successful. Not once had I thought that we'll be sitting here after 25 years, or whatever status and whatever accolades the film has got, the love, appreciation that the film has got. You cannot imagine those things. Your attempt is only how should I make this story to the best of my ability, bring it on screen with the promise of the script. So I'm very happy and to be here at this event here for the 25 years.
अब यादें हैं और ज़ाहिर है कि बहुत प्लेजेंट यादें हैं और बहुत कामयाब म्यूज़िक भी थी, कामयाब फिल्म भी थी और कामयाब रिलेशनशिप्स भी रहीं. 25 साल में जितना काम किया है एज अ डायरेक्टर आशुतोष साहब ने, उनकी कास्ट बदलती रही, कहानियाँ बदलती रहीं, एक आध बार म्यूज़िक डायरेक्टर भी बदला, लेकिन गाने में नहीं लिखे. तो 25 बरस से हम दोनों का ये साथ है. और रहमान साहब के साथ भी 25 बरस के बाद, अपना आमिर साहब के साथ भी 25 बरस के बाद फिर इनकी एक पिक्चर के गाने लिख रहा हूँ. और मैं इनसे यही कहूँगा सबके सामने कि अब ये जो 3 लोग बैठे हैं और एक चले गए, इन सबको मिला के फिर एक कोई फिल्म बननी चाहिए. लगान तो अदा कर दी,
इंशाल्लाह. क्या बात.
अब कुछ सेलिब्रेट करें. थैंक यू.
थैंक यू सो मच. बस जाते जाते एक रिक्वेस्ट है, दरख्वास्त है कि हम सब कहीं ना कहीं गाना पसंद तो करते ही हैं. आज हम यहाँ इकट्ठा हुए 25 साल लगान की इस awesome album के लिए. तो जाते जाते I know I'm a little circumspect about this.
No, I love singing, but I wish you had kept AR for that.
Well, right now we'll try to get the audience involved in this.
Yeah, let's
Probably
do
we
that.
can sing this together. Your favorite song, Mitwa?
Mitwa.
Okay. आजा रे.
Too high. थोड़ा lower.
नीचे लाते.
Speaks so
Yeah.
like
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
fluently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie makes me want to watch the movie.
I know.
It's like it's like a 4-hour movie too. It's like, but it's worth every.
It is
4
worth
hours.
every minute of it. It's one of the rare films that's that long, and you wouldn't cut a moment. It just
No.
it doesn't bother you one bit that it's a 4-hour movie. In fact, it actually you settle down. You're like, I get to be in this world for the next 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Such a great movie. And it's cool to hear, especially about I do love the fact that A.R. Rahman is kind of so romantic. I don't know if he still does that. This was recent, so I don't know if he still does. Like when he's writing, he's like, I'm turning off the electricity.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have just a candle here.
I think it would
ground me.
I think it would depend on the project. I think for this project, for sure. But let's say he was doing something futuristic. He might not want anything natural in his environment. He might want it to be all mechanical. But he's very, very much the quintessential artist who's in tune with everything and is a fount of creativity. And like they said, he doesn't believe in boundaries. He'll write what he feels like writing. He doesn't need to write, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, chorus. He'll write whatever he wants to write, and he'll change the meter whenever he wants to change it. And I'll never forget the look on his face when I asked him what he does if he ever comes up against writer's block. And he looked at me like,
what is that?
Is that like that? I thought that was that's a thing.
Do you peasants suffer from
Yeah,
that?
he literally was just, I've never had a creative block in my life. Prabhu was the same way.
Yeah.
Just for them, it's just, I'm just in a constant flow state.
A lot of the greats we've talked to that's one of the innate qualities about, I think, a great. It's like,
They're in the flow all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a great athlete.
Yeah.
They're not thinking.
No.
When doing
They're not. They're just in the flow.
Messi's not thinking when he's dribbling.
No,
he
he's
is
just-
the ball is an extension of himself.
Correct.
And he is one with the ball.
Yeah.
So with every single sport, really.
Yeah, when you see a pitcher pitch in a perfect game, they're just in the, you feel it. They're just in the flow.
Obviously, and a lot of it is, God-given talent, but also it's their entire life of practice.
Correct. That's one of the things that people don't see is with all greatness is all the years and hours of relentless dedication to the craft.
There's still you have to have some type of talent, or there's still something there, because people that can work their entire life and they're still kind of shit at what they're doing.
Yeah.
So there's not you can work and work and work and be great.
No.
You have to have
Work itself
some
doesn't work. Yes, correct.
type of whatever it is.
But work will replace talent when talent doesn't work.
That's true.
Yeah. So like one of the best movies, a sport movie, is Rudy. And Sean Astin plays Rudy, and that's just one of the greatest stories about heart surpassing talent. You gotta have both. This was really wonderful to watch and hear them talk about everything. I was glued to it. It went by in 5 minutes.
The Javed Akhtar as well. He's a genius, obviously.
Yeah.
In writing as well. It's interesting to hear that it's such a great collaborative. Film is the best collaborative art form there is.
It's incredible.
Because a lot of art forms, it's kind of just up to you. Because it's like, painting, Obviously it could, so your utensils, blah, 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 but you're in charge of everything that you want to be in charge of. Like if it's just singing, like live, obviously it's you and your talent, obviously there.
And your band.
There's stuff behind, like in terms
Sure.
of like the writing room, or
Sure.
if it's like an album, the producing of it is obviously massive.
Absolutely. But when you take the number of, watch the credits to a movie. When you go see Odyssey this summer,
It's gonna
just
be longer
sit
than the movie.
through the 10 minutes of credits, because every name on that is responsible for that film being made.
Granted, they're not all artists, but
No, but the collaborative nature, the collaborative nature of cinema as an art form, and how much weighs on each person so much.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't realize that because they don't know what the process is like, and so they just see the names. They see the directors and the actors and the producers, and every once in a while, maybe a cinematographer might get known, but not really. I bet you can't name 5 of them. And it's when you're on set, even when you're making a short film,
yep.
you realize how insanely collaborative every single motion picture is, and that it's never just because of one person's contribution. Because even on their best day, take the actors. if you don't have good cinematography, if you don't have good lighting, if you don't have good wardrobe and makeup, if you don't have good editing, the list goes on. You don't have good set, that distracts. All of those things need to. That's why they call great films miracles, because every single one of those aspects needs to come together flawlessly, and that's what happened with Lagan. What a producer! Go and make the movie you want to make.
Yeah.
You're twice the budget and 4 times as long as you said you'd be. Well, are you making the movie you want? My goodness! And by the way, don't think about box office. That's not where we're making the movie.
Yeah.
Good, what a gift!
Especially to not put that on the artists.
Yeah, just let them make their movie.
We always
Gee
said the
whiz.
producers can care about the box office, but to not put that pressure on the artists and for them to be like, you have to make this because the audience wants. That's when your art is pure shit. Usually,
Yeah.
when you're thinking about what the audience will want.
Correct. Well, you got to have
the audience is there to appreciate. The audience is not there as the artist.
Correct. It's always a gamble. There's been great films that did crap at the box office and crap films that did great at the box office. So if you're going to be investing in film, you got to know it's a crapshoot. You might as well be going to Vegas.
Yeah.
You got to assume I'm throwing this money away. And if I don't, what a nice surprise that was. I promise you, the folks behind Obsession had no fathomable idea
And they're wild.
that they would make that much money off of a film.
And their wildest, they were probably like, I hope we make our money back.
Yeah, I think they were hoping if we
Make $1 million.
think about this, we put $750 into this. If we got $10 million for the full theatrical and streaming run, what a freaking great take that would be. Now they're sitting at what, 200 million?
I think it's 300.
Yeah, but you can't go in there thinking we're going to make a $300 million movie. You just make your movie.
I haven't seen it yet, obviously, but
It's really good.
yeah,
I love it. I'd go see it again immediately. I told you
Did you see Backrooms yet? No.
No, I'm probably going to go see it this week. It's still in theaters. We want to see that really bad. Last week was a busy week for us.
Yeah.
So we'll probably see Backrooms this week.
Well, yeah, great. And also, A.R. Rahman, he's a soft-spoken guy. And I've after our interview, a lot of people I always thought A.R. was like an asshole. I think it's because he's like so reserved.
He's just so reserved.
And he's not a very talkative person. So
Thankfully, he was in our interview.
you just have to bring it out of him.
Yeah, but even when you sit with him privately, he will talk, but he's not a very talkative person. He's also a very I wouldn't describe him as shy, but he is.
He is kind of shy.
He's quite. The word that comes to mind is diminutive.
Demonic.
No, in that he just he doesn't feel any need to be anything other than who he is, and who he is just a pretty quiet, keeps to himself kind of guy. I think he really enjoys his best place is just creating and being in his own little world, which doesn't require talking to people until you start collaborating in his writing process. He's just a pretty
The writing process
quiet guy.
was pretty interesting because I've only ever heard that in vomit writing, which is
Right.
writers just sit down, they throw their phone, away,
right.
and they just for an hour or whatever time they've allotted.
It's like auto writing.
You do not think about anything.
Correct.
Just write
Correct.
for an hour.
Right.
Do not edit. Do not reread. Do not just whatever is in your head. Write it on the page.
I don't think I asked him this, and I would next time. And I had mentioned this before. Little side note: I've never heard that process where the songwriter is doing that and then shares it with the director and says, "Pick stuff out of this that you like." Usually the writer goes this and then decides what they want to do and builds on it and gives it to them. But I've done that. Like that happened to me yesterday. There are times I'll sit down at the piano and I don't have a thought in my mind and I just start playing chords. And sometimes it's all original thoughts that I have and a song comes out of that. Sometimes in 15 minutes. Everything feels fresh. It's a new idea. And then there's times, this happened yesterday, where no matter what I play, it reminds me of a song that exists.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I play one chord and I immediately go to whatever it was that those notes conjure for me. And that's part of the writer block thing is there's been times I've felt like I want to write something What's weird is there's this thing, and I don't know if he feels this as well. There's been times where I've said to Indrani, I have a song in me. I don't know it yet. I don't hear it. It's there. I got to go sit down at the piano. And there's a song, or go for a walk. It's a very weird thing that is this weird serendipitous thing of there's a song coming. And I go sit down and there comes the song. And then there's other times it's a desert. There's nothing. He clearly, when he said he doesn't have writer's block, every time he sits at the piano, he can come up with fresh ideas, which is mind-boggling.
It's pretty incredible.
Mind-boggling.
It's kind of how I am with the violin.
Mind-boggling.
It's mind-boggling.
Oh, you should hear him play. It'll blow your mind.
It is mind-boggling.
Oh, my stars.
Anyways, that was great. Let us know your thought, and let us know what other videos we can react to down below.
The biggest, the baddest, wackiest, funniest, filmiest show on earth.
Never